Headlines today. Russia denies violating Estonian airspace, but President Trump says the incursion by fighter jets could mean big trouble.
The British couple freed by the Taliban after being detained for nearly 8 months are heading back to the UK.
The Liberal Democrats begin their annual conference in Bournemouth later this morning, with British values at the top of the agenda.
And making a difference. The student who became a quadruple amputee after falling ill with sepsis now wants to warn other young people about the deadly infection.
Right, let's take a look at today's paper, shall we, this morning. This from The Times. China has been given a licence to spy in Parliament this week, says the paper. That's in reference to those charges being dropped against 2 men accused of gathering information for Beijing. The paper carries comments from the Speaker of the House, Sir Lindsay Hoyle, who warns the decision leaves the door open to foreign actors.
Elsewhere, the Telegraph focuses on comments from the new Justice Secretary, David Lammy, who's said to have written to constituents outlining his fears that legalising assisted dying could pressure some vulnerable people into ending their lives.
Ministers could be a step closer to removing the 2-child benefit cap, suggests The Guardian. It comes after the Education Secretary and Labour Deputy Leadership candidate Bridget Phillipson said scrapping the policy was on the table.
And The Sun leads on claims that detectives investigating the disappearance of Madeleine McCann have flown to Portugal to carry out interviews with those who knew Christian Bruckner, the prime suspect in the case. The German national, who was released from prison over an unrelated offence earlier this week, denies any involvement.
A couple of things of note inside the papers this morning. In fact, the picture on the front pages of many of them is that of Amy Hunt, who won the silver in the women's 200 metres at the World Athletics Championships yesterday. And she's got this incredible story to tell. Yeah. So I met her not that long ago as part of the relay team to find out, in fact, it was before the Olympics, to find out what it takes to get prepared to be part of a relay team. And she was no doubt a total star. Then. And so people who've watched athletics will have known about her quality, and then to win the 200 metres in that high-quality field yesterday is amazing. She's also a graduate, I mean, she's got it all going on, a graduate of Cambridge University. She studied English literature there. Right. She's had really difficult injuries to deal with. She had a serious knee operation, and to have come through that, and I think come through the stress of having to complete her degree, training at the same time, and then finally getting on the podium. Honestly, she's an extraordinary...
It's all in here, though, as well.
I know, an extraordinary athlete. And, you know, the mental stamina as well to get through something like that. So she's all over the papers this morning. Something else that I thought you might be interested in. They have set up... Now, to be fair, this is a bit of a gimmick for, I think, a high-speed broadband company. So put that aside. Yeah. But they've set up some high-speed walking lanes in Glasgow and Leeds, OK? And this is to allow people who are on a mission, either shopping or who do not like dawdlers, to have complete free rein to whip through the town centre. So you can have your dawdlers lane and your high-speed walkers lane. And as a man with long legs, I kind of thought that
I am all for that.
In your sort of wheelhouse.
Do not get in my way when I'm on a mission.
Yeah. So should there be separate lanes for fast walkers? Do you like that idea, I wonder?
Yes. Now, the sculptor who's been chosen to create a statue of Queen Elizabeth II for her national memorial has said that he wants to capture the grandeur and dignity of Britain's longest reigning monarch. Martin Jennings, who has previously depicted King Charles III and the Queen Mother, said he was elated to be chosen to portray Her late Majesty. The final design for the monument, which will sit in St James's Park in London, will be revealed next year.